2023 P6 Prelim paper. This is for ACS primary. Paper 1. So for paper 1, no calculators are allowed. Let's look at question 1. Okay, which of the following is the same as 3/8 divided by 5? So for 3/8 divided by 5, division of fractions, we need to apply what we call KCF, which is keep, change, flip. So how do we do that? Okay, so keep, change, flip. We are going to keep the first fraction, change the sign from divide to times, and flip the 5. So 5 as a fraction is actually 5/1. So when I say flip, I mean you flip it, so it's 1/5. So this is the same as option 1. So answer option 1. Question 2, find the sum of all the factors of 16. So okay, let's list down all the factors of 16. 1, 16, 2, 8, 4, and 4. Okay, so when you want to add up all the factors, do not add 4 twice. 4 and 4 is the same number. So you add up 4 once. So you add up all the factors and you'll get 31. So answer 2. Question 3. In the figure below, A, B, C, D, W, X, and Y, Z are straight lines. Which of the following statements is correct? Okay, so actually for this question, right, they should have specified that A, B, and C, D are parallel. Okay, otherwise some of these, we actually have to make some assumptions. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Angle R equals to angle Q. If these two are parallel, right, then this will be false because angle R will actually be over here. So this will actually be 40 because of vertically opposite angles, which is like the X. Okay, this is 40. So if this is 40, then Q will be 50. How do I know that's a right angle? Because over here, they show a right angle here, so this must be 90 as well. Okay, so this must be 50. So if R is the same as this, then no, Q and R are not the same. Okay, but this is only true if these two lines are parallel. Okay, so the question should have stated that A, B, and C, D are actually parallel. Okay, so let's say option 1 is ambiguous. We can't really tell. Is R the same as Q or not? It is possible if these are not parallel. Let's look at option 2 first. Q is 40, which is definitely wrong. Q is 50, not 40. P is 130. Now, I know that this is 90. And if this is parallel to this, then this 40 will be the same here, 40. So 180 minus 40 minus 90. 180 minus 90 and 40, you'll get 50. So this is 50. Then P, yes, then P will be 130 if these two are parallel. Okay, or I can say that P is actually the same as, if it's parallel, P is the same as this. Corresponding angles. So 90, 30, 130. Sorry, 90, 40, 130. So P will be 130 if they are parallel. Question 4, P is 180 minus R. No, 180 minus R. R is this side also. 180 minus R will not give you P. Okay, 180 minus R will give you these two angles, not P. So that's wrong. or 180 minus this angle will give you P, but this angle is not R. Okay, this angle is not R, so you cannot say that it's 180 minus R. Okay, so out of 1 and 3, which one is more possible? R equals to Q. So we have to assume that this is parallel, then that is not true. So the more possible answer is 3. And the question should have stated that there are parallel lines. Okay, to make this question clear. Question 4, which of the following statements is incorrect? Okay, the first one, 0.25 is 1/4. So this is correct. 3/8 is 0.375. Is it true? So if you do your working, 3/8 is 3 divided by 8. So this is a 0, 0, 3. Introduce a decimal point to bring down the 0, 30. 30 divided by 8 is 3, 24, and then 6 here, 60. So 60 divided by 8, 7, 7 times 8, 56. 4, bring down another 0, and 40 divided by 8 is 5. So yes, correct. This one correct. 1/9 is more than 0.12. Okay, so what is 1/9 as a decimal? Let's find out. 1 divided by 9. Okay, so introduce a decimal point and a 0, bring down 10 divided by 9, 1. So you keep getting 1. And so on. Okay, 0.11. Is this more? Is 1/9 more? No, it's not. So answer will be 3. Okay, we're supposed to pick the incorrect one. Question 4, option 4, is this more than 13? 144 divided by 11 is okay, so 1 here, 11, 3, 4, 34. So this is 13, 33. You still have remainder, right? So right, remainder 1. So yes, it is more than 13. So this is what we want, the incorrect one. Question 5, which of the following is a net of the solid? So we have a pyramid here with a triangular base. So let's eliminate which one is out. Triangular base, so this one rectangular base, so out. Okay, how many faces do we have? 1 at the bottom, 3 around it. So total must have 4 faces. 4 faces, so this one out already. Now imagine this one, if you fold it down, there is actually no base. Like if we're missing the base. And it will be 4 triangles around when you fold it down and connect this and this. Okay, so no, this is wrong. Then look at option 4. This is the base, and then these are the 3 flaps that will fold upwards to create a triangular based pyramid. So option 4. Question 6, which of the following is most likely the mass of a laptop? Okay, let's eliminate. 2 point something grams, 2 grams, 2 grams possible or not? No, not possible. Too little, too small. 2.95 kg, okay, possible. 20 kg, how about 20 kg? 20 kg is too much, right? Because 20 kg is like half a human. So no, definitely not that heavy. 29 grams, no, 29 grams is like, when we talk about like foods in very small portions. So 2.95 kg, yes, okay, possible. So that's the most likely answer of mass of a laptop. Okay, question 7. Figure shows a rectangular tank containing 1,500 cubic cm of water. Find the height of the water level in the tank. Okay, volume divide by base area. Base area is 30 times 10. So volume divide by base area. So cancel the two zeros. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay, so 5 cm. Which one is the answer? It gives in meters, right? So 5 cm, to get meters, you divide by 100. So decimal point here, shift 2 times. 1, 2, 0.05 meters. So answer is 2. Question 8. Mingfa took 20 minutes to travel from city A to city B. His average speed was 66 km per hour. So find the distance between the two cities. Okay, so distance between the two cities will be speed times time, right? But the speed is in km per hour. So your time has to be in hours. 20 minutes, let's convert to hours. So 20 over 60 hours, which is 1/3 of an hour. So distance equals to speed times time. Speed is 66 times the time, which is 1/3. So it's the same as 66 divided by 3, which is 22. Okay, so answer is 22 km. So that's the distance between the two cities. Question number 9. The average allowance of 3 siblings is $34. Eldest sibling received $50. The other 2 siblings received the same amount of money. How much did each of the other 2 siblings receive? So first, if they are given average, you can find the total because there are 3 of them. So total is 34 times 3, which is $102. Now, let's take away the eldest sibling first. Eldest sibling is 50, which are left with 52. This 52 is shared between the 2 other siblings. They got the same, so you divide by 2, which is 26. So each of them received $26. Option 3. Question 10. This is a pie chart showing the number of tickets sold on a certain day. Total number of tickets sold is 860. Find the number of student tickets sold on that day. 860 is the total. What we need to know is this question mark. So what is this part for Singaporeans? Singaporeans is a quarter because 90 degrees. 90 degrees is 1/4 of the whole circle. So let's find what is a quarter of 860. So I take 860 divided by 4. 215. So this is 215. So to find the students, I will take the 860 and minus the answer. It's going to be tedious, but let's use an easier method. Let's use elimination. Okay, you look at this portion here, it's definitely less than, is the least. So if you look at the options, right, it can't be 215 for sure. 215 is a quarter. So it can't be anything more than that. So the answer must be 1. Okay, or you could minus them all. You should get 1 as the answer. Question 11. Renee uses 4 different shapes to design a 6 meter, 30 cm long banner. she leaves a space of 30 cm at each end of the banner. The width for each shape is 30 cm, and there is an interval of 15 cm between every shape. There is no interval after the last shape. Okay, so let's group one shape plus one interval. How much would that be? Okay, so one shape, okay, one shape plus one interval. So I'm basically grouping them up this way. I will get 30 cm plus 15 cm, 45 cm. Okay, so this portion here is 45 cm. And we know that after every 4 patterns, it will repeat. Okay, so I'm trying to find how many groups which will give me the number of shapes. So if I were to group them up all the way, right, then you realize that this last shape does not have an interval at the back, but I'm going to make it have an interval. How? By splitting this. So it's a shape plus 15. Okay, then whatever that is left here, this is 15. So first, let's get rid of the excess portions. So let's leave all the shapes and interval all inside. Okay, so let's remove this 30 cm at the start and then remove not 30 cm at the back, but just 15. Because I've allocated part of this, I've allocated a 15 to the last shape. Since the last shape doesn't have any interval, so I make it have 1. Okay, so this last part here is just 15. So I'll take 630. What's 6 meter 30 cm? Minus away the gap at the start, 30 cm here, and minus this at the back, the 15. Not minus 30, but minus 15. So this will give me 585. Now I take 585 to divide by the groups of each shape and each interval. Okay, which will give me the number of shapes. So instead of, you can write number of groups or number of shapes. Okay, number of shapes. Will be 585 divided by 45. Okay, do the working, you should get 13. So there are 13 shapes. Which one is the last one on the banner? Now it repeats every 4 patterns, so we divide by 4. Which is 3, remainder 1. So remainder 1 means this is the first shape. The first shape is the arrow. Okay, so the answer is 1. Okay, question 12. Doctor prescribed 30 cm of fever syrup for Chris. He had to take 5 ml of the fever syrup every 3 hours. He first took his fever syrup at 4 a.m. What would his last intake be? Okay, so 30 cm every 3 hours is 5 ml, right? 30 ml every 3 hours is 5 ml. Okay, so let's find out how many groups of 5 ml. So 6 groups of 5 ml. He needs to take it for 6 times, but the very first time that he took is at 4 a.m. So that's the first one. How many intervals will that be? Okay, it is not 6 intervals because the first one is like at the start time, 4 a.m. Okay, so the number of intervals will be 6 minus 1. So what I mean is, example, this is 4 a.m., right? So he take it one time. If he were to take it another time, 2 times, right? 1 time, 2 times. If you were to take it another time, there's only 1 interval. If he take it 3 times, 2 intervals. So another 1 interval. So 2 intervals. So if he needs to take it 6 times, means it's 6 minus 1. So 5 intervals. Okay, so 5 intervals. How long is it? Every 1 interval is 3 hours. So 5 intervals means 5 times 3 hours, which is 15 hours. So find the time, 15 hours from 4 a.m. So you can do up till 12 first. 12 is 8 hours. 12 p.m. is 8 hours. Then you need another 7 hours, so 7 p.m. Okay, so answer is 3. Question 13. A packet of chocolates contains pieces of milk, dark and orange chocolates. Okay, so milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and orange chocolates. 25% of the chocolates are dark chocolates. Ratio of dark to milk is 5 to 7. There are 78 pieces of dark and orange. What is the total number of pieces of chocolates in the packet? So first, 25% are dark chocolate. Let's write down ratio. Dark to total. So dark is 25, total is 100. So 1 to 4. Then next, you have the ratio of dark to milk, which is 5 to 7. So we need to find common base. So dark will be 5. This is 20. So if I were to combine dark to milk to orange, dark is 5, milk is 7, and orange will be 20 units minus the other 2. So 20 minus 5 minus 7, which is 20 minus 12. So you have 8 units here. 78 pieces of dark and orange chocolate. Dark and orange is 13. So 13 units is 78. 1 unit is 78 divided by 13, which is 6. What's the total number? Total 20 units. So 20 times 6. 120, option 2. Question 4. Figure below is made up of 8 identical rectangles. Given that the perimeter of the figure is 84, find the area of this figure. So let's figure out what is 84 cm, the perimeter, right? How, okay, let's say this is 1 unit. Yeah. The breadth of the rectangle is 1 unit. What about the length? So if you can see here, this part here is, okay, maybe you compare this one. This length here is made up of 1, 2, 3. Okay? 3 of the breadth, so 3 units. So the length is 3 units. Every length is 3 units. One unit, 1 unit. There is this portion here that we don't know. and also here. They are not aligned. Okay, so so on and so forth. So what I want to do is I want to figure out what's this. How many units is that? Or rather here. Okay, let's highlight. This is a 1, 3, 1. 5 units. So on the right side, also 5 units. Where's the 5 units? So this, oops, this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 units. Okay, so I have 5U plus 5U for the green ones. Then what about the top? This and this. So that whole thing there, the top is 7 units. Same for the bottom. And the bottom part, right? Okay, maybe we do it like that. No, I use, okay. The blue one on top is 7 units. Okay, then what else? Bottom here. That is 6 units. Okay, maybe I just highlight the 5, and the 5 is for the green. And 7 units is the blue one. And 6 is the pink one. Okay, so what else do we have in yellow? Okay, I'll just label here. This is 2 units because it's 3 units here minus this 1 unit. And then over here, this is 1 unit because along this length, right, this is 1 unit. So this must be 2 units. So if this is 3 and this is 2, then this is 1. Okay, 1 unit. So I need to add this, and the 2 yellow ones, which adds up to how many units? See, here, the pink one is 6 units, right? So this is 3, 1. This is 4. So the yellow ones will add up to 2 units. So add the rest. 2U, 1U, 2U. Total 28 units. Yes, 28 units. So 28 units is 84 cm. 1 unit is 84 divided by 28, which is 3. Find the area of the figure. Okay, just find the area of one rectangle and then we multiply. So one rectangle length is 3 times 3. So area of one rectangle is 3 times 9. Then multiply by 8 because there are 8 rectangles. So 216 is the answer. Question 5, figures below are made up of identical squares. How many of them are symmetrical? First one, diagonal, no. Or vertical, no. Horizontal, no. Next one, yes. Yeah. Then next one also, yes, there's a symmetrical line. Then next one, yes, also a diagonal symmetrical line. So 3 of them. Okay, booklet B. Also no calculators allowed. Write this as a decimal. Okay, let's change to decimal first. 3/10. 10 is 0.3. 10th place is a 3. Then 215 over 1000. Where is the thousandths place? Tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, so you start from the thousandths place, like that. Add them up. So you will get the 10th place add up. So 4.515. Next, find the value of 68 minus 12, divide 2 plus 11. Order of operations, we have to do divide first. So 68 minus 6 plus 11. Okay, plus and minus, same importance. So you do from left to right. So 68 minus 6 is 62. Then plus 11. So this is 73. Question 8. Solids made up of 1 cm cubes. What is the least number of cubes needed to make it a cube? So what's the max you should? The minimum the minimum number of cubes needed for each side is how many? So if you look for the length, right? Here there are 4 cubes across. 4 cm. And the breadth also 4. Then the height, highest you go also 4. Okay, so the cube that you want is actually made up of 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. Then count how many cubes do you have. So what I do is I count from the tallest one. The tallest one has 4 layers, so 4 cubes. And the second tallest 3, and then 2. So 4 cubes, 3 cubes, 2 cubes. Then the rest are all single cubes. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 8 is 17. How many more do you need? 64 minus 17, which is 47. I need 47 more cubes. 19. Lindy used 2/5 meters of ribbon to make a bow. She made a total of 25 bows. How many cm of ribbon did she use in all? Okay, so first, 1 bow is 2/5 meters, right? So 25 bows, how long does she need? So we take 2/5 meters times 25. So with this, you can simplify. This is 10 meters. How many cm? 1 meter is 100 cm. So times 100, add 2 more zeros. Next, question 20. Mr. Kumar drove for 6 hours, 15 minutes from his house to Green Valley Shopping Mall. He spent 2 hours, 45 minutes at the mall and left at 5 p.m. So what time did he start driving from his house? So we're working backwards. Find the start time. Okay, so let's use a timeline. So he drove for 6 hours 15, and then after that he spent 2 hours 45 and left the mall at 5 p.m. Okay, so let's go backwards. 2 hours 15, 2 hours 45 from the back. And then 6 hours 15 minutes. Okay, so actually what you can do is to add up the time. Otherwise, you can do the time one at a time. So 5 p.m. go backwards. 5 p.m. go back 2 hours is 3 p.m. 3 p.m. go back by 45 minutes is 2:15 p.m. 2:15 p.m. you go back by, okay, you can choose, if you go back by the minutes first, you get 2 p.m., right? So it's 15 minutes. So 2 p.m., you go back by 6 hours. 2 p.m. go back by 6 hours. 2 hours to go back to 12, and another 4 hours to go back to 8 a.m. So answer 8 a.m. So if you were to add up the time, it will be like that. 6 hours 15 plus 2 hours 45. So 15 and 45 give you an hour. 6 and 2 gives you 8 hours, plus 1 more is 9 hours. So 9 hours back. Okay, so 9 hours back from 5 p.m., which is 8 a.m. Question 21. These are drawn to scale. You're supposed to draw two lines, PS and SR, so that PQRS is a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, if it's a parallelogram, then QR must be equal to PS, right? So you just need to count how many times are we moving from Q to R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 intervals, 10 gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here. Okay, so this is point S, label S. Then you draw the line. Okay, use a ruler for this. PS, draw PS and SR. Okay, SR. Here, like that. Okay, then measure QPT. I can't show you the measuring here right now, but the answer is supposed to be 78 degrees for QPT, angle QPT here. Next question, 22. Paul is at point X and he is facing northwest. Which point will Paul be facing after turning 90 degrees anti-clockwise? Okay, where is northwest? North is here, west is here, so northwest in between. So when you're supposed to use the grid, okay? So northwest means like diagonally, cut 45 degrees diagonally. So he's actually facing B first, northwest. Okay, he's facing here. This is the start. At which point will he be facing after turning 90 degrees anti-clockwise? Okay, anti-clockwise is this direction. So where is 90 degrees? So use the grid again. So cut through the grid. This is 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So extend the line using a ruler. And you see that he's actually facing point E. Find the value of 103 minus 3m times 2m over 3 when m is 6. Okay, let's find the different parts first. What is 3m? 3m is 3 times m, which is 3 times 6. what is 2m? 2m is 2 times 6, so 12. Okay, now let's split this in 103 minus 18 times 12 over 3. Okay, you see 12 over 3 is like in a fraction, right? So we do that first. We simplify that first. So that's a 4. Then next you have minus and times. You do this first. Which is 72. And now we minus. So answer 31. Question 24. We're supposed to complete this symmetrical figure. Use your ruler for this. I'm just going to draw as best as I can. So this point here is 1.5 away from the line of symmetry. So half and 1 here. Okay, I'm just going to mark out the points. This is half a square away. And this point here is 1 square away. So 1 square away. Yeah. Move further away by 2 squares. So move further away diagonally by 2 squares. So here. Okay, let's trace it out first. Okay, instead of trying to see how to move down from here, right? Let's just take this point and count. From the line of symmetry, it's half 1. So from here, half 1. Here. Then you take a ruler and connect this. Then the next point is here, 2 squares away diagonally. So here. Then connect. Connect. Okay, remember, use your ruler, and once you're done, look at the diagram, see if it looks weird or not. Question 25, numbers are arranged in columns as shown. In which column will the number 100 appear? So if you see, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 columns, right? So if the numbers are running, the multiple of 6 will always be in the same column. Okay, because it always runs 6 numbers every row. So if you look at multiples of 6, it's always in column B. So let's take column B as a reference point. Divide by 6. So this will give us 16, remainder 4. Now you don't need to care about the row, we only need to care about the column. So what this means is that if there's no remainder, then it will be column B, because it's exactly a multiple of 6, right? But if there's a remainder, you start counting from column B. So if your remainder is 1, then it will be in C. Remainder is 2, is in D. Remainder 3, E. Remainder 4, F. So column F. Okay, so the 4th column after B, right, is C, D, E, then F. Question 26, the sum of 3 numbers is 60. If the second number is 1/6 of the first number, and the third number is 3 times the second number, find the first number. Okay, I'll do ratio for this. The second number is 1/6 of the first. So second number is 1 unit. First number is 6 units. Okay, then third to second. Third number is 3 times of the second number. So 3 to 1. Common base is your second number, which is already the same. So the sum is 60, so let's add them up. So 1 unit for the second number, first number 6 units, and the third number is 3 units. This is 10 units. So 10U is 60. 1U is 6. Find the first number. First number is 6 units. So 6 times 6. Okay, so find 6 units. 6 times 6. Question 27. Figure below is made up of a rectangle, a circle, and 2 semicircles. Diameters of the circles and semicircles are 14. So diameter is here 14. And this will be 28. Because two semicircles. Oops. Okay. Find the shaded part. So all those with the lines are shaded. Okay, maybe, okay, never mind. Now you see these two parts here, right? What we can do is we can cut this. And this can be here. This can be here. Okay, so cut this. This can be here. This can be here. So what do you end up with? Use a darker one. So this will be shaded. And those two shift, this will be shaded, this will be shaded. Then those two shift, this will be shaded, this will be shaded. You end up with a triangle. So to find triangle, half times base times height. So just half times 28 times 14. Then do your calculations, you should get 196. So 196. Question 28. The bar graph below shows the number of cups of ice cream sold at a stall. What percentage of cups of ice cream sold were lemon flavor? Okay, so if you want to find the percentage, right, I need to know how many are each. And since there are no numbers, let's use units. So example, 1 get will be 1 unit. Let's label all the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not very clear here, but this is the top. This is the top. And here. Strawberry is, sorry, this is 15. Strawberry is 17 units. Lemon 7 units. Mint is 5 units. Chocolate is 13 units. We don't really have the actual number, but just like the units or the ratio or the proportion. It doesn't matter because we want to find percentage. Okay, percentage is a proportion. So you just need to know the proportion. So the total is 17, 7, 5, and 13, which will be 42. What percentage were lemon? 7 out of 42 is the fraction. You want to change to percentage times 100%. Okay, let's simplify 7 and 42. You get 1/6. 1/6 times 100 is 100 over 6. So working 100 divided by 6. You need 1 decimal place. So when you do your working, you should do at least give up to 2 decimal places. Okay, then introduce decimal point, bring down 0. 6 times 6, 36. Okay, continue until you get 2 decimal places. Okay, 16.66. You want 1 decimal place, round it up. 16.7. Use the approximation sign. 16.7%. Question 29. There are 30 boys and girls in a group. Average height of the children is 145 cm. When 3 more boys join the group, the average height increased by 0.5 cm. So the total height of the girls in the group is 1820 cm. So we are supposed to determine if each statement is true, false, or not possible to tell. Okay, so the first one says that the average height of the 3 boys is 150.5. Okay, let's look at the boys. We have the average height of the children. So you can actually find the total height of the children. Then when the 3 boys join, the new average increased by 0.5. Okay, so I can find the total of the original 30, then find the total of the new 33 students, find the difference, and then find the average. Okay, let's find the total first. Total of 30 boys and girls. So 30 times 145. 4350. Then the total of 33, because 3 more join, will be 33 times the new total, which is 145.5. So since they say that the average of the 3 boys is 150.5, let's find out what is their total heights. So here, according to these two, right, the difference will give you the total height of the 3 boys. The 3 boys. So 4801.5 minus 4350, 451.5. Then you can either take this, divide by 3, or you take 150.5 and you times 3. Okay, so average of 1 boy will be 451.5 divided by 3. And you will get 150.5. So yes, this is true. Then the next one, the average height of all the boys before the 3 boys joined is greater than 145. Is it true? Okay, so this time they're not asking about they are not saying that the average of just the, they are saying the average of just the boys, okay? But earlier on, this 145 is the average of all the children. So it is possible that the average of all the boys was actually 145, but it may or may not be true, depending on whether, on the number of girls. Okay, so the total height of all the girls is 1820. So this can actually help us to bring up the average or down, but we are not able to tell because we do not have the number of girls. Okay, so we don't know how much the girls are contributing to the average because we don't know how many girls are there. If there are a lot of girls, then it will contribute less. Then the average of boys will be higher. Okay, but if the number of girls is actually very few, then actually the average of the girls is very high. Then the average of the boys will be less than 145. Okay, so we are missing information. We don't know how many girls are there. Hence, it is not possible to tell if the average of the boys is actually higher than 145, which is the average of all the children. Okay, this 145 is all the children. The girls may have a higher average, may have a lower average. So we can't tell for the boys. Okay, so last question, question number 30. The ratio of the amount of money Emil had to the amount of money Bala had to the amount of money Charles had was 8:3:5. After they each spent the same amount of money, Emil had $66. The amount of money Charles had left was 5 times that of Bala. Find the total amount of money that the three children had at first. Okay, so let's write down the ratio first. A to B to C. 8, 3, 5. They each spend the same. Okay, so A minus question mark, B minus question mark, C question mark also. In the end, A is 66. Bala to Charles. Okay, Charles had 5 times, so Bala 1 time. Find the total that they have at first. Okay, now the thing is, although there are 3 people, but if they all spend the same amount of money, right, the difference between each of them is actually the same. What I mean is, like, if we are talking about B and C, then the difference between B and C is the same before and after. Okay, we can't compare A. I don't have the ratio for A here, but let's compare B and C. So the difference between B and C is 4. The difference between B and C here is 2. Make it the same because they are same. That's the common base. So change it to 4. So everything in it times 2. Now figure out what is $66. So each person spent how much? How many units? So let's say I compare B. B is 6 units versus 1 unit. So each of them actually spent 5 units. So for A, in the end, A started with 16 units, so we take away 5. You have 11 units. So 11 units is actually the $66. So 1 unit is 66 divided by 11. Then lastly, total amount that they have at first, 16, 6, and 10. 16 units, 6 units, and 10 units. 32 units. So 32 units is 32 times 6, which is 192. Okay, so answer is $192. Okay, so with that, this is the end of the ACS 2023 Prelim Paper 1.